Your future depends on one thing. Stay tuned, traders. We're going to talk about that next. G'day traders, Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Today we're talking about your future depends on one thing, and that is your ability to trade. So there's been a lot of questions and emails over the last couple weeks about all kinds of topics from a lot of the different videos and blog posts that I've had. I appreciate the great feedback. 99.9% of it's just fantastic. We're all on this journey together. Today we're talking about your future depends on one thing. I can't, measure everybody's passion for trading. Obviously, we've talked about, the number one reason why people get attracted to the markets is obviously the opportunity that is there. And unbeknownst to most of us, when we get to the markets, we think it's going to be one of those things where we can make money, replace our income, perhaps maybe just add additional income, maybe create a profession for yourself, or for a number of reasons. But ultimately, what that boils down to is your ability to trade successfully and profitably over the long term, consistently. That is wherein the challenge lies. And like myself, most of you have probably come to the markets, made some successful trades maybe, and then gone down the rabbit hole where the trade results got worse and worse and worse. And the market is a great revealer to all of us of where our true weaknesses lie. Now, ultimately, for you to succeed in trading, you have to be able to trade successfully. So what does that encompass? For some of us, that might open up a whole plethora of emotional, mental, performance issues. For whatever baggage that we bring with us in terms of negativity bias, our pre-programming, our aversion to loss, our aversion to risk-taking, our inability to persevere through tough times when they come, and they will come with trading. For other people, it may be that they actually really don't truly have an edge in the markets, even though they think they do. If they were to do the math or keep a logbook or using something like Edgewonk and journaling their trades, they might not be able to see that the true statistics that they don't really have an edge. In that first part with the performance issues, there's a lot of issues just even in executing successfully. You may have a winning strategy. You might have solid money management issues, but you don't really have the ability in live time to actually execute that process out into its fruition at this particular time. And then there's other people who may be struggling with money management issues. You're just taking on too much leverage on every single trade, because every single trade you're convinced is a winner, and so you load the kitty and ultimately take bigger losses than perhaps not necessarily your account can handle, but maybe you as an individual can handle. So you need to write all these things down, make your own little list of all the little things that encompass each part of the 3 M's in terms of the mental, emotional, performance side of things. And then of course your methodology, whatever your criteria are in terms of entry, exit, position sizing, stop loss management, exits, timing, all those different things. And then of course your position sizing, do you have a pyramid process for scaling in or scaling out? Is it all in and all out? Is it a certain percentage of capital? All those little things. Figure out, give yourself, a score, maybe from 1 to 3 on all of those. Perhaps maybe 1 being the best, 2 being needs some work, 3 terrible, or some kind of grading scale like that, maybe 1 to 5. And then go to work on those areas that you feel you need to improve, because all 3 of those need to be working at their best long term for you to be consistent. So you might be weak in one area, but doesn't mean necessarily that you're not there, but some subtle tweaks, some improvements. We talked about setting 30-day goals, picking maybe one component somewhere in there that you can work on for the next 30 days or 2 weeks or whatever that is, and get that tight. boost that part of your trading process, and then go to work on another area that you've given a lower score to. The markets offer you an unlimited, unscalable opportunity. And that's where you have to tap into that. You're going to take some losses. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to make mistakes. Obviously the key is to not make too big of a mistake, not to take too big of a loss that it takes yourself out of the game, either psychologically or financially. But you have to be working at this constantly, because the markets are going to continuously challenge you on a daily basis. And maybe some days you just need to recognize that you shouldn't be trading. So one of the things that I've really put a lot of energy and focus on over the last few months is just targeting again my end of day opening range, my Friday, Monday, Tuesday, my ranges for the previous weeks, and studying those and targeting the high probability days from the different pairs, and just looking for one or two major pairs per day that fit that criteria, in the possibility that they're going to be momentum days for me to trade, rather than try to trade certain pairs all the time, knowing that I'm going to get impulsive moves on certain days, strong momentum days, and then on other days I'm going to get corrective type structures where I'm going to be in a range bound market, and could be difficult and could be more challenging for me to execute without getting into choppy markets and facing, holding on to positions through sideways price action, those sorts of things, and draining, psychological capital when I should be focused on markets that are moving, that require very little energy and thought process. I can position myself in those markets and then they continue to move without a lot of stress on me. That's the type of trading I like to do. So whatever that takes, but you have to, weigh it up in terms of where you're at with your own trading. For me, it's easy for me to put energy into that stuff because I don't care what time of day it is. I don't care if I'm in my t-shirt and pajamas. I can put that time in, and I'd rather put that time in knowing that I can just keep to improve that edge, rather than going back and, doing things that I'd prefer not to be doing. I got 3 kids, I got 2 dogs, I got, a wife. I've got other commitments, and I want to be able to enjoy those things. So I'm willing to put the time and effort in to make sure that wherever I'm showing a weakness at, and I give myself a rating almost every day. When I stuff up, I spend 15 minutes beating myself up over it, and then I get back to work on how I could have improved that. How can I make sure that that doesn't happen again? And maybe you need to have a little checklist, a reminder sheet each day to go through for yourself of where you've made mistakes, what you need to do to make sure those mistakes don't happen again, so that when it comes to game time, you're sharp. And even if you're trading end of day, I keep part of my collection of screenshots are days that I don't want to be trading on. So in the pre-market, the types of US closes, Asia opens that are an indication to me that I could be entering into a choppy market. So I'll try and avoid that pair. Again, that's just from my experience. Whatever you need to do, give yourself a report card. Write down all the 10 or 15 things that you need to be going through to ensure flawless execution and high performance as a trader each and every day. If you're weak in some area, whether it's your edge, whether it's your mental emotional component, maybe you need to do some work on your belief system or your mindset. We talk about this in the 7-step daily routine for high performance traders. If you haven't done that, go to my homepage, download it. It's an audio file. Create your own daily routines. I'm gonna emphasize to you that the secret to your success is found in the daily little habits each day that you're doing. Some of them maybe need to go. Maybe you need to focus and empower some other ones to make sure that you're getting that reinforcement on a daily basis that's moving you in a direction of constant progress. So hopefully you got some value from today's video, traders. Your future depends on you. The person that you want to become, the trader that you want to become, the type of trading that you want to do, start back at the smallest little disciplines done each day. Make sure they're congruent with the goals that you're after. Stay disciplined, stay focused. As your learnings unlock into new things, keep tweaking that, reshaping them, but make sure they're moving you forward to become the trader that you want to be. Stay disciplined, trader, stay focused. Best of success coming. The best is still ahead, and may the markets go with you. Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High-Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.